You have launched your first digital product. Maybe it is an ebook, a video course, or even a simple guide. And now you are asking the big question: what is next? How do I actually turn this into a full time income stream? Right? I get it because I have been there. When I launched my first product, I thought, okay, I created something, but now what? How do I make this consistent? Here is the truth: one product is just the beginning. The real freedom comes when you stop launching randomly and start building a system that sells daily. So, in this video, I will show you exactly how to turn one product into an entire business engine, a funnel that converts strangers into buyers, an upsell that increases revenue without needing more traffic, and automation that keeps things running while you sleep, and content that pulls people into your world authentically. I'll even show you how to shortcut the process using private label rights products, aka PLR products, and tools like systeme.io, so you are not stuck reinventing the wheel every time. If you're a course creator, or someone who wants to escape the 9 to 5 using your knowledge and skills, then this is the roadmap I wish I had when I started. Let us jump in. So, the first step is turn your product into a funnel. Okay. So, imagine that your product is live. That is a huge step. But here is where most people stop. They just share the product link and hope people will buy. But this is like proposing marriage on the first date. Let's say 1,000 people visit your sales page, and stats only about 1 to 3% people of called visitors will buy off the spot. Okay, that means you just lost 970 plus people forever. Why? Because the internet has trained us to be skeptical. We are bombarded by ads, offers, buy now buttons all day, every day, right? So, unless someone knows you, likes and trusts you, clicking the buy button is a big leap. So, it's kind of like this. Imagine meeting someone at a networking event and they say, "Hey, nice to meet you. Want to come over to my house tonight?" You would like, "No thanks." But if you see them again, chat a few more times, build a little trust, then you are open to spending more time with them, right? Same goes for online also. Your funnel is not just about sales, it is about building a relationship and guiding people step by step. That is why we start with a lead magnet. That is a free resource that solves one tiny but meaningful problem. For example, if you are in the fitness niche, it could be something like 5 workout you can do in 15 minutes, or the 7-day jumpstart meal plan for fat loss, or 3 mistakes that are killing your progress in the gym. Okay, simple, actionable, and instantly valuable. That's what makes a great lead magnet. This is your foot in the door. It builds trust, and most importantly, it gets people onto your email list. Now you are not relying on that one visit to make the sales. You can follow up, you can teach, and you can invite them to your offer at the right time. Tools like systeme.io make this super easy. You can create the landing page, the opt-in form, and the email sequence all in one place. You don't need separate softwares for each of that things. Okay, this is not about being pushy. This is about building momentum. So instead of losing 97% of your visitors, now you are returning them into subscribers and eventually happy customers. Okay, that is step number 1. And step number 2, create an upsell. Let us talk about one of the most overlooked ways to grow your income without needing more traffic, more followers, or more complicated funnels. It is called an upsell. Now, if you are thinking, wait, why do I need an upsell? Let me explain it with something we have all experienced. You walk into McDonald's, you can relate to that, right? So imagine you are walking into McDonald's, order a burger, and the cashier asks, would you like fries and a drink with that? That is an upsell. You were already ready to buy, you were in a buying mindset, and they simply offered something that complements your order. And guess what? A huge percentage of people say yes because it just makes sense, right? That moment where someone has already said yes to your first offer is golden. So imagine your digital product is that burger, your upsell is the fries and drinks, okay? The extra value that makes their experience even better. And here is the best part. You don't need more traffic to make more sales. You just need to serve the people who are already buying. And most beginner creators miss this. They sell a $27 product and stop there. But what if just 20 or 30% of buyers said yes to your $47 upsell? That is an extra revenue without lifting a finger, right? So what can your upsell be? It could be a video course, it could be a companion or a workbook or a cheat sheet, some templates, a private Q&A coaching session, or a bonus product that you have created using high quality PLR products. And again, you don't have to build it all from scratch. With private label rights products, you can plug in done for you content, tweak it in your voice, and offer it as an immediate upgrade. So in that case, you don't have to create anything from scratch. It is already done for you. The person who just bought from you is thinking, how do I go deeper? Give them that next step right there at checkout, and you will be shocked at how fast your average order value grows. Okay? And step number 3, automate the system for daily sales. Let me ask you a question. What would happen if every time someone downloaded your free guide or your lead magnet, okay, you had to manually send them a thank you email, thanks for subscribing, thanks for opting into my lead magnet, and here is your product with the download link, right? And you have to manually want to follow up with them in 2 days or one day after, and remind them of your offer again next week. So you would burn out if you do it manually before your first 1000 or 100 subscribers. And that is exactly why automation exists. Automation is not about being lazy. It is about building a system that works even when you don't. Imagine this. Someone sees your content, grab your freebie, and enters the funnel. And while you are at the grocery store or watching Netflix, they are receiving your welcome email, a valuable story, or your teaching, your offer, even a limited time bonus, whatever you like, all automatically. This is how you go from a one-time launch to a daily sales system. And here is the good news. You don't need expensive tools or tech headaches to do this. I personally use system.io. It lets you build the landing page, lead magnet pages, and create the email sequences, set up the upsells, and even deliver your product all in one place. You prepare the emails once, you set all the email sequences in system.io, then it runs while you sleep, literally. This is the invisible engine behind every successful digital product business. And if you combined this with high quality PLR content, as we discussed earlier, that would be amazing. You could create full funnel with lead magnet, your main product, upsell, and the email sequences in a weekend. That is the power of automation, and it will serve you as long as you want. It doesn't need you to manually present the system work its own. It frees you up to work on your business, not in it. Step number 4, use content to feed the funnel. Let's say you built the perfect funnel, a lead magnet that people want, a product that solves a real problem, and a great upsell. And here is the catch. If no one sees it, it doesn't matter, right? That is why your funnel needs fuel, and that fuel is your content, right? And before you panic, I'm not talking about becoming a full-time YouTuber or writing blog posts every day. I'm talking about showing up just enough to attract the right people and lead them into your funnel. Think of it this way. Your funnel is the store and your content is the sign outside saying, hey, we have got exactly what you need. Come check it out. The goal is simple. Grab attention with a small win, tip or story. Build trust by showing that you have been where they are, and lead them to the next step with a clear call to action. And this works in any format. Okay, a 60-second reel sharing a tip from your guide, carousel on Instagram showing 3 mistakes new creators make, or a YouTube short explaining the first step in your process, or even a Facebook post that start with, I used to struggle with so and so, and this is how I overcame it. Okay, the best content doesn't feel like content. It feels like you helping someone take their first step. Then in the caption or comment, you simply say, if you are interested, I can provide you the free guide. Grab it here and provide the lead magnet link. Okay, that one link takes them into your funnel. And from there, the system handles the rest. The good news, once you create 5 to 10 solid content pieces, they keep working for you over and over. It's not about going viral. It's about being consistent and helpful and pointing people to the system that sells for you. So here is the big picture. You don't need a huge audience. You don't need to launch new products every month. And you definitely don't need to burn out trying to be everywhere. What you need is a system, a product that solves a real problem, a funnel that builds trust and guides people to take action, an upsell that multiplies your income without needing more traffic, and automation. Finally, the automation that works even when you take the weekend off. So you are not just selling a PDF or a course, you are building a digital business that runs on purpose. And here is the best part. You don't have to build it all from scratch. You can use PLR products to jumpstart the process and tools like system.io to put the whole machine together without tech overwhelm or expensive tools. If you would like to see exactly how to do this step by step, I have actually created a full YouTube video walking you through the entire step. You will find the link right here on the screen or down in the description. Go check it out. It will make the whole thing 10x easier. So if this video helped you, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below letting me know what you are working on. Your next step is not to learn more. Your next step is to build and launch the system that can change your life. So I'm cheering for you. Now go make it happen.